This video details the second part of building out the programming calendar in the online version of RTC Connect. In this section, I will go over how to build out the typical school week, add calendar events or annual plans, and how to copy and paste calendar information over to other groups. If you haven't yet created the day plans for the group you're working on, do that first, then return to this video. The typical school week simply assigns a day plan that you've created to every day of the year. This allows for quick and simple weekly programming and covers the large majority of your programming calendar. Calendar events will later be added to cover days in which your calendar strays from the typical week, for circumstances like holidays, exam release days, and pep rally programming. In the typical school week section, use the drop-downs to assign the correct day plan for each day of the week in your most common scenario. For most agencies, this is none on the weekend and normal throughout the week. But if your agency has short days every Wednesday or unique programming every Friday, go ahead and make that part of the typical school week. You'll see as you make those changes, it gets applied to the calendar on the right side of the page. Once the typical school week is done, you will now utilize the calendar to create calendar events, which are the dates or ranges of dates that differ from the typical school week. To do so, you can right-click the date of the event or the first date of the range of dates for longer events like spring break. When you right-click, a list of your day plans will appear. Choose the one that applies to the programming you want for this calendar event, and you should see the day plan color get assigned to the date. Then, if you're working on a calendar event that spans several days, click the first date of the range that you should have just changed and drag until the last date of the calendar event. When you release the click, all of the dates in the range should have the same day plan. Repeat this process for all of the calendar events over the course of the year. Finally, review your calendar. You can hover over any date to view the day plan and steps assigned for that day. You'll then repeat this process, day plans, week plans, and annual plans, for each group in your agency. If you know that several groups in your agency have identical or very similar calendars, you can utilize the CopyPaste Calendar tool by clicking the yellow button. A new tab will open. Here, select the group you'd like to copy programming from. Then use the radio buttons to select whether or not you'd like to copy all programming, just the calendar events, or just copy the day plans. If you choose to just copy calendar events, please know that whatever day plans are stored in the group you are copied to will be applied to the calendar events dates. Then, choose the group or groups you'd like to copy to. For example, if all of your elementary schools have identical programming, you can select all of the elementaries. Click Paste Programming to transfer the programming, then click Finished when you're done. You'll see that all programming was pasted. You can, of course, go in and edit just an individual group if there are minor differences. After the day plans, week plans, and annual plans have been assigned for each group, the calendar programming is complete and automatically saved to the RTC database. When the automatic communication process takes place early in the morning, the database will send the programming to each time switch and the scheduled steps will begin taking place. However, if you want these changes to take place immediately, a read-write command is necessary. To do this, click on Actions, then Read-Write. Select the group or groups that you'd like to read-write from the map or the blue selection panel. Once selected, click the yellow Read-Write button to initiate the command and to send the programming out to the time switches. This completes the process.